This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Crunch time, defense. Alert. 45 to Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
45.
Good.
Rabbit. 45.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jack Crawford able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Two on the play. It's 3rd down and 13.
Check Mike 45. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
One flip. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Wilson now throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost. But sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, watch it. Slam.
51, down.
Flare.
Hey, Tuesday.
Now it's Freeman. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Go, guys, 4 down, 4 down.
On the run, it's Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Right left, right left.
45 the mic.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Good. Good job right there. Good job right there. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Back.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Kenyon Barner, deep for Atlanta. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for... And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Tight dog.
They begin with a run by Penny. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
45 to Mike. Watch twist. 45. Mike, 45.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
45 the mic.
Check back. Good job right there.
Check 45 the mic. Check 45 the mic. Bandit. Bandit.
Hey, check Mike 45.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Watch QB drop.
Gun.
Go, 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 go. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Hold up.
Mike, check, 59, 56. Rip right.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's got Lockett. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
You got numbers.
Alert.
You got numbers.
Left.
48-yard line.
On first down, Procise. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Don't be mad.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Alert. Go down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Wilson. Short throw to Disley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. They'll run with Penny. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, at these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Silver. Check 45 the mic. Check 42, zoom.
Check Mike.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Wilson going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. For play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd. Out of the gun. Here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Ryan to throw. He completes this to Russell Gage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go play action with Ryan. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that
and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 75 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Friday.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Friday.
Check 45 to Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
they certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Bang. Switch.
Alert.
Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Mike, 45. Let's pick it up. It's our time.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang. One left. Switch.
The shotgun handoff to Procise. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
45. Mike, 45.
Brings up
Go
second
down.
at the 34-yard line.
45 is the mic.
I smell fear in that offense.
Run pass.
I smell fear in that offense.
Hustle. Check 45 is the mic. Check 45 is the mic.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 34 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Freeman again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
Used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And the Falcon first down. That's
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you kick.
And got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the
fucking bump
is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
You don't have no skill at all. You try to use other people's plays against them, bro. Come on now. You don't think I know my defense weaknesses, bro? You garbage. You're not even making adjustments. You're going off a play that you seen me use, and you keep trying to use my play.
At about the 23-yard line.
You are garbage, man. After this is the last time I'm playing you, bro. Fucking trash. You don't even have your own
to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at
That's
the line.
some weak ass shit.
For them a touchdown their last go around. Obviously they'll be hoping to do that.
Some weak ass shit.
To escape, and he goes
you want to use somebody else's plays?
Kendricks coming in to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get
clown
a clue
ass shit,
that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
Yo, Bobby, come on, Bobby.
Zero accountability.
It's a fucking pick.
Sack resulted.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ryan
now,
bro.
Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Ryan.
Thank you.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Fucking bomb. Garbage. You do the same shit. You do the same shit. The same shit. Julio's not going to save you, bro.
Talk about possessions being at a premium in these games.
Fucking
and
trash.
now in this situation,
You try to
throwing
use
an interception
plays.
here when you have to
You wanna
claw your
copy
way
somebody's
back
shit.
in,
Come on, man.
that one's going to hurt. And
At least ask first. Hey, what do you do when you use this play? I think that will help you better than rather than going off with what somebody else is doing.
On the plus side, still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
Fucking garbage.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Go.
D, tighten up.
95.
Mike 5-9, Mike cross. Strip the ball.
Wilson. And an alley to run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided to pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Yeah. It's mad, yo.
Hey, 0.
It's garbage. Shots to steal people plays.
45's the mic. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20.
Nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it.
A gain of 31.
Nothing you can do about it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game.
That's what happens when you try to
EA
use these
Sports.
plays, man. You get embarrassed. Try to use other people's shit. Can't even come up with your own shit. You want to use other people's shit.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Nah, don't change
So
it.
they
Let's
come
go back
up
to
on
the second
down, and they can get another run like we
just
just
a man,
saw.
right?
Would
Go
like
back
to
into
put
that
an
shit.
end to this thing.
Gun.
Fucking garbage, boy. Trash.
Watch out.
Well, they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Garbage shit.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Please, Blitz. Please, Blitz. And he is.
What we got?
What you expect? What you expect?
Left.
What you expect? You know what I mean? That's what he do.
Mike 45.
Peeler.
You want to be like me.
45.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this.
Nothing you can
5
do.
yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively,
Smarter than
that
you, bro.
kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't
Smarter.
It certainly
You're
does.
not gonna
And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts.
You're not going to
And
be.
he's across the chalk
smarter than
into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Embarrass yourself.
A 5-yard
Try to use my
touchdown
plays against me.
run. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that
Still
lead out a
lost.
bit further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
That's how to use my plays.
This will be
They
taken in
don't even
at
know how
the
to use
1.
this shit.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
That's really funny, though. That's shit. Where the fuck is it at? I can use my time.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Shit. He just going to keep working for you, bro. That shit is embarrassing, honestly. run the same shit.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to...
That's caught at the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.